I'm Lady T506. Welcome to my channel. Hello everyone's. I am here for Love and Hip Hop Hollywood Season 5 Episode 6. So we starting off with K. Michelle. She's saying how she used to love her big old fake booty until one day she couldn't walk. She was in so much pain, like walking was just out of the picture. She goes to the doctor and the doctor tells her, well, the type of silicone that was injected into your butt was kind of like mineral oil, and it seems to have caused some kind of scar tissuing, and this is what's causing the pain. And then this was what I'm going to say to y'all ladies and gentlemen. Stop going to these back alley doctors and getting these butt injections. Save your money and go to an actual board certified plastic surgeon. You can't be going to a regular old doctor that he did a weekend class in Florida. Now he thinks he can be giving people injections. Save your money. Go to a board certified plastic surgeon. Do your research. Stop going to hotels and back alleys getting these injections, because you don't know what these people are putting into your body, and they are not a medical profession. They mess around and hit a vein or artery, and now you gone. You want a big old booty, but you can't enjoy it because one, you in so much pain. Two, they done injected something to you to where you gone. No, don't do that. This is PSA. Save your money. Go to a board certified surgeon, because now she has to get all these scars and all these surgeries to get it out, and she's not going to be able to get all of it out. I was watching, I think it was My Strange Addiction. It was two friends. They were both addicted to getting butt injections. One girl, I kid you not, it looked like somebody had a baseball bat, those was her legs, and a basketball for each cheek, and that was her booty. It looked very unrealistic. No, ma'am. Her friend was still getting them because she was still not at the point where she thought her booty looked good, and she was still getting these injections, even though she was having these headaches because of the chemicals that wasn't put inside your body. You don't know if you're allergic to these type of things. These people don't know what they're doing, but you're allowing them because you have this, oh, I want to have a big butt because I want to get all this attention, but you're going to be messing around sick and can't do nothing and not be able to enjoy your big booty. So, like I said, go to a board certified plastic surgeon. I'm just trying to help y'all out, and don't go to no regular doctor. Board certified surgeon, just saying. So Brooke tells Bridget all the shenanigans that happened with her, Marcus, and Stassi, and how Stassi not pregnant, but you know, she gonna get her man. She has some things up her sleeves. Paris come rolling in because, you know, she got all this information on Akbar and all the investigations she's been doing. But I'm like, we at a beauty salon. Paris, you walked straight in and sat down, and this woman started flat ironing your hair. So we not washing our hairs now. We not doing this, because when I go to a salon, well, I ain't been to a salon in a minute, but when I was going to the salon, I got my hair washed first, and then they, you know, did the styling. I didn't just walk up off the street and the woman just started doing my hair. Like, why can't we just have a scene where you seeing somebody getting their hair washed? Like, at least Giselle did that on Real Housewives of Potomac. You could see them actually washing her hair. Paris just walked off the street and sat down in the chair. We just flat iron. Like, we flat iron dirty hair? Really? Okay. I was just very annoyed about that. But Brooke said she know all about Akbar and the many women that he was with. And he tried to get with her once upon a time, but she was like, no. But the woman that Paris showed her was a totally different woman that she last seen him with. So I guess this is Paris and Nikki's storyline. We're going to be getting all the investigation we can on Akbar to prove that he is not a good man for Tiara, I guess. Nikki should never really have a storyline, but this is like going real low for Nikki. That, like, your sole purpose on the show is to prove that this man is a liar and a cheat. Okay. So y'all, Marcus tells A1 how Brooke showed up at the clinic and how Stassi is not pregnant. He's happy because he didn't see their relationship going anywhere. But I was like, wasn't you just saying, you know, you was happy with this girl now? But now that y'all thought she was pregnant and you got a little scared and didn't want that in your life, but now you happy and he's ready to take his relationship with Brooke to the next level. I don't know if he know, but Brooke, she's already at that next level. Brooke, in her mind, they already engaged. You done already gave her the ring, and she done told everybody, we getting married, even though he was out here having full-on girlfriends. We still getting married, but he, in his mind, they going, you know, take their relationship the next step. Brooke already been there. Marcus, you just the one who needs to catch up. So y'all, we have Rockstar and all the extraness that is him. He meets up with some girl named Amber and her mama. She lets us know, everybody knows me as Cisco's ex-girlfriend. I didn't know you. Which Cisco are we talking? Are we talking about Cisco the Dragon? You know, the thong song Cisco? Or are we talking about Love and Hip Hop Hollywood Cisco? I'm going to need, you know, more clarification of that. Either way, I didn't know that you went with either one of them. This is my first time seeing you. Y'all, that just like cracks me all the way up. When some new girl comes on the show, it's me, such and such and such, you know, it's your girl, such and such. No, you not my girl, because I don't know who you are. But Rockstar, he's like, since he is this mega super producer out here, he gonna work with her. And next thing you know, her mama get to pulling out like stacks on stacks on stacks of money. Like, how much money do we need for my daughter to work in the studio with you? So, I'm just like, Mona, you tried it. Really? You telling me the Amber's mama didn't catch her name? Sorry about that. She just walking the streets with stacks on stacks on stacks of money. She just got $10,000 in her purse right now, just to slam it on the table like, here, this the money, work with my daughter. Mona, this is what you want us to believe. I was sitting there like, Mona, no, you tried it. Like, Mona, you just doing too much right now. Like, just this woman walking around with $10,000 in her purse in the street. And then on top of that, we not getting receipts on our services. Like, you didn't write on the closest napkin. Because, you know, I love me some Judge Mathis and some People's Court. And Judge Marilyn Millian always saying, when money is exchanged, find the closest piece of tissue and the closest crayon and write out a receipt. We're not even doing that, but I guess we had cameras so that, you know, verify what was going on, even though I didn't believe it one bit. Like, really? You just walking down the street with $10,000 in your hand and you just slapping it on the table? That's what we doing, y'all? I was like, I gave it the biggest side eye that I think I've ever given on a Love and Hip Hop, whether it be New York, Atlanta, Hollywood, or Miami. So y'all, Apple Watts meets up with her dad. She didn't know her dad growing up. Daddy left when she was a baby and just like, you know, chucked the deuces to her and her mama and was gone. Mama got into some trouble. She didn't really delve into that, but you know, she was put in a foster care system, and daddy went off to live his best life, you know, making other kids and raising them, and like, you just left me to the side. I was put in foster care, but you raised 4 whole children after me, and now it's hard for me to get to know you like that for real, because we don't have that connection. You abandoned me as a child. But he does say, you know, he was sorry. He didn't know that she was in the, you know, foster care system. But he, you know, I'll pay for some counseling. I was like, you know, okay, that's good. But I always side-eye a parent who wants to come back into their child's life after that his child is grown and you ain't had nothing to do with their being raised up, especially when that child is becoming a success. Whether whether it's a mama abandoned a child or a daddy abandoned a child, once you want to come back into that child's life when that child is grown, especially grown and successful, you gonna get a side-eye from me. So Lyrica and A1 talk, and she says that their whole argument and fight stemmed from this lie that K. Michelle put out, this lie or rumor, whichever way you want to go with it. But I was like, no. He didn't believe K. Michelle. It wasn't until Marcus told him, well, Brooke did tell me that they was being extra flirtatious with each other. So it wasn't just K. Michelle bringing this up. Brooke noticed that y'all was being a little too friendly and y'all shouldn't have been, and then Safari admitted it to Ray J that, you know, one thing led to another and y'all had sex. So, but she's saying, I have not now, nor have I ever slept with Safari. But you know, it was said that you was getting some pictures from him, but you ain't bring that up. But she says, I'm pregnant now. We gonna be with child. But like, I'm with child. But I'm like, how y'all family gonna react? Because his family, they already like not liking you because you didn't turn him Hollywood. Your mama, she just ready to fight to drop the hat if somebody just like really like look at you the wrong way. So I don't know how to, well, I know now, but like, your family not gonna take this too good. Neither one of y'all family. So Moniece is there for K Michelle during her recovery. Like, almost the only person that has been there for K Michelle. K, like, I was paying people's bills and everything, and I'm going through the surgery, and the only person who's been here for me is Moniece. And now she's mad and out for revenge, but Moniece, out of all people, was like the calm and reasonable one. And I was like, what is going on? Where, like, the voice of reason is Moniece saying, don't do that. Just basically, you know, dust it off your shoulders. Don't go for that mean and hatefulness. I was very confused about that. But Moniece says, you know, I too want to, you know, appeal, you know, please people when I got a breast augmentation and I had some complications. I know what you're going through, but I think K Michelle was going through a little worse. I think she said she like got a scar that will never heal. So, you know, that's just going to be pain for the rest of her life. She didn't really go into detail, but when you say a scar that's not going to heal, I'm just thinking this big old gash that the doctor had to do to get all the silicone and all that stuff out of the hind part region. So I know it was painful. But Moniece being a voice of reason, it was refreshing, but like very weird. Like, Moniece is the voice of reason. I did not expect that. So, not Akbar, Rockstar. He is in the studio with Amber, and he is shading the hell out of her in her vocals. Like, what have I gotten myself into? This girl cannot sing not even 1 ounce of anything. But since he's the producer that he is, he gon' put his little touch on it, little this, little that. He gon', you know, he that person. So he gonna have her sounding good. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, okay. He's a super producer. He can make anything, even her horrible vocals, sound nice. And when she gets out of the booth, with a straight face, I might add, told her she was up there with Whitney and Mariah. And she believed it. I know you have a dream of being a singer and all, but you being up there with Whitney and Mariah, boo-boo, you not. And I don't know how she didn't notice this, but when she was talking about how her mama got things set up, he is sitting there along with the editing people playing a violin while she's talking. I'm like, girl, don't you see him play the violin? Like, I thought I was tripping at first, but he's sitting up there like, as she's talking, I'm like, don't you notice that? Or did I just make that up in my head that he was playing violin as she was talking? I know I can. Y'all drop that below. Did I just make that up in my head? Or while she was talking, was he playing an invisible violin? Y'all let me know. So, well, he says he didn't already he's getting paid $20,000 for this, so he gonna do what he need to do. But I'm like, that seems like a lot of money to be paying to be in the studio. And like, you couldn't have went to Safari or A1, somebody else. I'm just asking. So we have Paris. She done found out one of Akbar's many women. And this woman owns a gym, and Akbar may or may not own the gym with her, because the woman's talking about, oh yeah, the gym's named this because my boo, you know, he's in the music industry. Oh, Akbar, yeah, that's my boo. Well, Nikki comes in, they get to get 21 questions of her, like, okay, is Akbar your man? Do you know that he's married? Do you know that my friend Tierra Marie is going with him? Yeah, I know that. She even drives one of our cars. See, what I'm getting at this, and by seeing the preview next week, he got a harem of women, and Tierra Marie does not know that she's a part of this group of women who are willingly in relationships with him. But I guess after you've been in a relationship with a while and you didn't feel so madly in love with him, you just gonna be like, okay, this is just how life is gonna be. Like, I'm going to have to share this man. This is what it seems like the wife and the girlfriend, they've already, you know, then just like put away all kind of pride about themselves. Like, okay, this man loves me, obviously, so how am I being selfish of just keeping his love to me? He needs to spread it to other women. This is what I'm guessing is going through their mind. Not my mind, because I just think it's plumb stupid to be sharing your man with somebody else. Or if you, whichever way you go, who you want to love and be with, if sharing with somebody else, that's just stupid. These two, they could get to arguing with this woman. I'm like, I am tired, and this is only the second time we've done this, with us popping up on the many women of Akbar. I don't want to talk about this no more. I don't. So, A1 and Lyrica, they go meet up with the family and let them know that we's having a baby. She's pregnant. She is with child. I'm going to be a daddy. I'm the pappy. But you know, his family's like, what is she doing here? Because last time we heard, y'all was getting a divorce. And y'all said everything, called each other but child of God. You called her hair fake, she called your hair fake. Y'all both said y'all had fake jewelry. You was saying you was with him when he had food stamps. He called your cheeks on your face and your hind part fake. But now y'all back together. See, what A1 is dealing with, I went to my family and I confided in them. The things weren't going right with me and Lyrica, and I said some things about her that weren't so nice. And my family agreed. But then me and Lyrica got back together, and now my family is like, oh, so you was crying on my shoulder all this, but now you want to be back with this girl. Arguments ensue. Big Lyric shows up in the midst of A1's sister-in-law arguing with Lyrica, because she's like, you always crying on my shoulder, talking about he ain't ever at home, he ain't had sex with you, this, that, and the third. And then like everybody's fussing and fighting, and Lyrica picks up a chair. And this is what I'm going to say, Lyrica, there was not one point that you was going to throw this chair, because you held that chair in the air too long. If you was going to throw something, you pick it up and throw it. You don't hold it up into the air for a good long time until the security comes up there and stops you, and then you try to act like you're gonna throw it. No, if you're gonna throw it, you would throw it right then and there. But this is Love and Hip Hop. This is what Mona gives us. So that is the gist. If I left anything out, by all means leave a comment or video response. And like always, I thank my subscribers and then people who watch my video. I want you to like this video, comment, and subscribe, and share this video with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and here on YouTube. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.